Hello, thank you.
So, how bad was it just before we met?
It was really bad. It was on a scale of 1 to 10, it was a 10. And the swelling would pop up at different places. And then um, as it would go down, there would be blood that comes out and pus. It was very, very painful.
And you said at one time it lasted for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, that was the worst. It was a massive swelling that happened. And yeah, I cried a lot during that 2 week period. It was very hard to live with.
Yeah. So I can imagine it would have affected your image, your self, um, you know, image, and the way you performed at school, and it probably just would have made your energy really low. And
Yeah, it did.
and you come from a sort of Western medicine scientific background,
Yeah.
and you went the traditional route, and halfway through, things were getting worse, they were not getting better. What did you think was happening with you?
With me, I had looked at I'd done a lot of research as to what it could have been, and there was nothing coming up. And then we went to the doctor, we went to several doctors, and what the doctors were saying wasn't aligning with each other. They were both saying two completely different things. It was referred to as a tumor by one of the doctors, and then I was referred to a plastic surgeon by another doctor. So that's, I think, when I realized that the doctors don't know what they're saying. I don't know. And that's when my mum actually spoke to someone who referred us to you.
Yes. So you and I started working, and most of the what we've done, I'd say 80% of the coaching I've done with you was the brain body connection.
Yeah.
How did you find that? How did you relate to that?
That was one of my biggest epiphany moments. I was like, wow, because I had never really known that I was carrying all of this trauma still with me. I thought that I had, forgotten about it. Let, I would have, I can't think of the word, but I thought I'd just let go of it and I'd put it behind me. And then I realized that my brain was still suffering from all this trauma, and it was coming out in my body as physical pain.
Yes.
Yeah, and that was probably one of my biggest realizations that I had, that even though I thought that I'd healed, I hadn't actually properly healed.
Yes. And you see, when we have emotions, whatever the emotions are, they're not just in our head. Emotions are neuropeptides. They're chemicals. They attach themselves to every single cell, kind of looking for a way out. And depending on the nature of the biological conflict, which is what you've had, certain organs are affected more visibly. It's like a biofeedback. And what I did with you was connect the brain body organ connection and the psyche. And you being very coachable, you went along with it, which is how we got stunning results. So how are you now?
I'm so much better. I no longer get those swellings, which is one of the biggest things. And I thank you so much for that, because I feel like if I'd gone to all those other doctors, I would still be living with it. And I've been free from them. I think a month into the coaching, they went away.
Yeah. And obviously, other factors in your life, you made the connection from your own self-healing, and you could apply it to other things, and even how to show up for stress.
Yeah, that was really amazing. The way the Ideal Solutions coaching helped me was just amazing, because now I'm able to deal with all these kind of stress, and from school especially, and I'm able to get over it and come back a stronger person.
Awesome. So what were the three benefits? What were the three ahas that you got as a result of us working together?
The biggest one would be indifference. That's something that has completely changed my life. I learned so much about indifference and everything, and I actually live by it now. I don't let these little things bother me. And every time something bothers me, I always like think indifference, indifference, indifference. And then the brain-body connection is something that's massive. I think that was one of the biggest things that I've learned. And I think I'm going to carry that throughout my whole life, as well as indifference. And then the last one would be the ideal solutions coaching. That was just, it works wonders. It works amazing wonders. So thank you.
Thank you so much. You're my marketing manager from now on.
Thank you.
And just to expand on indifference, because it's something that we experience. It's a word, we can look it up in the dictionary, but indifference is a weapon and a remedy for all negativity, because it's a form of acceptance. You accept what is. Doesn't mean you've stopped giving up, you've stopped looking for solutions, or you've given up on solving it. It just means you've moved on from stuckness and conflict and feeling powerless. And it gives you a sense of energy. And that is the essence of healing, is that if you can become indifferent towards anything, including your own symptoms, you have already made the biggest step towards healing.
Yeah. I think for me, I had to be indifferent to let go of all that past trauma that I was holding on to, grabbing onto. And I'm really thankful for you to teach me that, because I'm able to use indifference in so many different things. Most of the times, when people or something annoys me, I'm always like indifference, indifference, indifference. There was this one time when I was not having the best interaction with a person.
Mm-hmm.
I think indifference really helped me get through that and over that.
Now, in your situation, the swelling, which appeared in the same area, but it kind of moved, different location, that had nothing to do with skin itself. That had nothing to do with the physicality. It had to do with something happening in your life that no Western medicine doctor, not many people would make the connection and help you to rewire your brain to see, this is a biofeedback. This is my body speaking to me that I need to heal and become indifferent for this particular issue in my life.
Yeah. So I've not had a very good relationship with my father my whole life. And so that's what I was holding on to. Mm-hmm. And it was coming out as this really painful swelling, especially because of some of the things that have happened in the past between me and him. And so this connection that you were able to make for me really helped me get over it and forgive him. My anger towards him was a 10 on a scale of 1 to 10. And now I'm actually sitting at a 0.
Wow.
So I'm not even angry at him now, which is really good, because I've wanted to try and forgive him. I always try to forgive him, but it's always this thing I'm holding back from forgiving. And through this ideal solutions coaching and this whole brain-body connection and indifference, I've managed to forgive him and not forget, but just forgive and move on and live life in the now instead of living in the past.
That is awesome. So happy for you. So what would you say to other teenagers who are taken to a dermatologist because they've got acne, skin issues, and they put on the pill, or even young women who take the pill for skin issues or to regulate their periods? And as we discussed, the pill is the worst thing you can do for hormonal imbalance.
I would definitely tell them, go to Taya, do Ideal Solutions, because I used to work in a pharmacy and I would always see these young girls coming and getting pills, and on the inside I would break, because I'd be like, I can't tell them to go to you at the pharmacy because I'm working for them. And I think that was one of the main reasons that I left that job, was because I wasn't happy. It wasn't as fulfilling as I thought it would be. And I feel that if I can get more people to do something that actually helps them, such as Ideal Solutions coaching, I would build more good karma for myself.
Absolutely.
And that would help me feel about myself, and I'd feel fulfilled.
Well, the fact that you have healed yourself, and you didn't have to go to these, complicated methodologies and create more problems, more trauma, and become a biological cripple if you would have had that surgery. You have created a template for yourself, for your family, and your friends, because we'll lead by example, not by theory. And when you live through something, you hold that energetically and emotionally. So thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you.
Only 1 out of 20 people that I get results with agrees to do a video case study because it's personal, and most people don't want the world to know how bad it was. But you're all about empowering young women and women. You're a warrior for women's health, and so thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You've really helped me get over all of this, and I've become a better person, I think.
You are.
And thank you.
Thank you.
I've learned a lot, and I'm going to keep all these lessons that I've learned throughout my life. And, all this hair testing and everything has really helped me as well.
Yes, a little bit of crazy, sexy science just lightens up the journey.
Yep.
Okay, have an awesome rest of the year in your school, and all the best with HSC.
Thank you so much.